My summer was definitely different from most teenagers. I didn't have news. I didn't have social media. Well, it's not that I don't have it, it's just I choose not to. It seems like everyone who does is just miserable, and I prefer not to be. But it can definitely be a beast of burden. I can tell you one thing. This COVID-19, otherwise known as in Latin coronavirus 19, well, it doubled our family's business, which is a blessing and a curse. Definitely a curse for me. Thanks to co-vacations, everyone wants to rent our RVs. As if camping with thousands of West Nile infected mosquitoes wasn't enough. Then you gotta throw in Lyme infected ticks. And somehow they're not as bad as the flu. Hydrochloro. I mean, who am I to judge? I am the one to judge. Because guess who was given the job to clean out the crapper hose? Me. I mean, have you ever pointed a 90 psi spray nozzle down a 3-inch opening compacted with crap? A face full of feces isn't my version of a laid-back summer. I mean, does Danny Zuko play the part of Cousin Eddie? For those of you who don't know? No, he does not. So when I was given the option to clean Shatopolis or go to boot camp in Texas, I decided to take my chances with boot camp. 6 a.m. comes really early in the summer, especially to a very loud trumpet and what seems like to be 100 Ewoks banging on your door. 300 pubescent boys from all over the country. You know, and not a single one with COVID. But you know what we had? We had lots and lots of hair. Well, that didn't really last long, as you can tell. I used to have long, gorgeous, long locks. Oh well. It was kind of cool to see all of the hair of those before me swept into the corner of the barber's floor. A chaotic mess of different lengths and colors and textures woven into a coat of many colors. Anyway, I was ordered to Echo Company, Platoon 301, sir! See, there were about 20 of us on bottom deck. Over the next 28 days, each kid was given an enduring nickname to match their sparkling personality. You had Shapiro, my roommate. His nickname was the White Lizard. Don't ask why he came up with that. You just never knew what was going to come from him. He may have been the fastest talker, but he was only the second fastest runner. Probably the fastest man in all of Texas, my compadre, Jones, otherwise known as the Black Mamba. He was the son of a doctor and somehow able to pull anyone into an impromptu Bible study. Well, all except Etienne. There's one in every crowd. He's the oblivious rule breaker who always makes us do push-ups, simply because he keeps slipping Gatorade in his water or just found a rock that just had to be thrown. But I took him under my wing and I showed him the ropes. Literally. I had to literally show him how to swing from the ropes. Not even a single lesson. Then there was Shanklin. This guy stood knee-high to a grasshopper at 4'6", mostly solid muscle. He was also known as Baby Snake, but don't let the name fool you. In Texas, everyone knows a baby snake is more dangerous, 'cause they can't control their venom. You'd have better luck picking up a chihuahua by the teeth than to mess with Shanklin. Then there was Smith T, the black crocodile. He was my bro. You know, he was like my peas and carrots, the Bubba to my Forrest. And then we had Estepona, the great chameleon. This guy was your prison go-to. He could make anything out of paper. He could make a deck of cards, a paper airplane, a blunt football. Then there was Serrano. He was like a cartel pillow. He was also known as Big Fluffy, though. Well, ironically, he was homophobic. So, every now and then, a couple of us would walk right by him and slap him on the tush to teach him a lesson. Whatever that lesson was. Then we had Soriano, not to be mistaken for Serrano. His most defining feature was that he had sensitive nipples, and that's why we called him Little Fluffy. As different as we all were, at the end of the day, when you're all covered in mud from boot to cover, after a 5-mile obstacle course, the only thing you really want to protest is not having ice water on a 110-degree day. And when you all scale a 50-foot tall log ladder without any protection, without anything from stop you from falling, pushing your buddy to conquer his lifelong fear of heights, well, fighting the flu is undemanding. There's just something about marching to cadence that gives a balance of perspective to life. Taking any position to the extreme would be like trying to hop around on just one leg, on like your right or your left. I don't see you getting very far. As you march forward, don't forget to use both your left and your right leg, so you can move steady and strong. We're all playing endearing characters with a slight taste of awkwardness. Well, most of us. And given the right perspective, we might actually grow to like and appreciate each other.